raise your hand if you're tired of rich people's shit. Huh? Tired of rich people's shit. Let me ask you something. Can we please leave the Titanic the fuck alone? You know what I'm talking about, huh? Can we leave the Titanic the fuck alone? Look, the damn ship sank over 100 years ago. It didn't want to fucking float. It don't want to be bothered. It's still killing people. I mean, look at this. It must be nice to have money to go down in a vessel that looks like a fucking bomb anyway, okay? Pitch dark. You got some fat kid with his shirt up to here on the boat. He sits all over his face with a fucking Nintendo controller trying to steer your ass in the dark. And you wonder why it blows up. My heart goes out to the families, right? But fuck them guys. Listen, if you're that damn stupid, we're supposed to make fun of you. I'm serious. And can we stop blaming animals for shit that we do, right? How many of y'all see these women who do these tricks with killer whales, right? We know we stopped that fight. Because the last time a lady did a skit with a killer whale, he killed her. Then you got people coming out, I didn't think he knew that. Bitch, his name is Killer Whale. Killer, it's the first fucking Killer. The second name, Whale. You got no whales out here. You see any fucking whales? No. Killer whales. Do you remember it had them two rich guys that had the two lions, right? Want to tame these motherfuckers? He gets mauled. I can't believe the lion would do that. Dude, his nickname is King of the Jungle. He's 550 pounds. This dude was $175. I think God did this on purpose so we can laugh at these dumb motherfuckers, huh? Yeah. Tonight I want to talk to you guys about 3 stages of drunk, okay? 2 stages, we've been there. Everybody here's been in 2 of these stages. But I want to see one hand on the 3rd stage, okay? The 1st stage, you get real drunk. 2 guys are rubbing chins together, right? 2 guys are arguing who's got the baddest Nissan truck. That's even a fucking thing. Nissan, that's a thing. Yeah. Fat guy comes out of his shirt. We call that stage the fighting stage, right? How many been to the fighting stage of your journey? Oh, like I'm the only fucking heathen in here. Yeah, there you go. All right, yeah. Which leads to stage number 2. Now you're real sad. A couple guys are crying or hugging. Some drunk guys trying to quote the Bible. You know, and the Lord said, Moses, take the beer down to the palace so the peasants can drink it. Pretty sure it didn't go like that, right? We call that stage the Jesus stage. Oh, Lord, help me, Jesus. I'll never drink again. Yeah, you won't. We've been to Jesus stage before. Now you know how we're playing the game. Jesus stage, right? Now this next stage is rare air. I want to see one hand this next stage, right? Now listen closely. This next stage, you get real drunk. You go to bed naked. You got naked men and naked women in your bed. You wake up, you got a hangover, you're broke, and you got a disease. That's nasty. Yeah. We call that stage the Charlie Sheen stage. Yeah. Winning. What the fuck is he winning anyway? Now this year we've had a bad luck on celebrities that dying this year, right? And I was a huge fan of Val Kilmer. Y'all get Val Kilmer, y'all Val Kilmer, right? Yeah. So this next joke is dedicated to Val Kilmer. All right. This young minister moves to town. And he is like Val Kilmer, identical, right? So he decided he was going to go door to door to get people to come to church on Sunday. Knocks on the first door. Lady says, oh my God, Doc Holliday. He said, no, ma'am, I'm just local minister trying to get you to come to church on Sunday. She said, you're so fine, I'll be there every Sunday. He goes to the next door, beats on the door. Lady comes to the door, got a little bit of cleavage showing, right? She goes, oh my God, Doc Holliday. He said, no, ma'am, I'm just local minister trying to get you to come to church on Sunday. She said, you're so fine, I'll be there every Sunday. He does his 2, 3 more doors. He gets to the last door, beats on the door, here's the music playing. Somebody's got to be home. Beats on the door again. Lady gets out of the bathtub, stark naked with bubble bath all over her body, right? She answers the door. She says, oh my God, Doc Holliday. The minister says, I'm your huckleberry. That's just my game. Rest in peace, Val. Love you. Yeah, it feels good to be out of the hospital. Yeah, just got out of the hospital not long ago. Apparently, I had a disease called the Wagner disease. Anybody had the Wagner disease before any men? It's mostly a man disease, right? And usually a man who disrespects his wife. Right? Let me tell you what happened to me. I was sitting on the couch minding my own business. Wife says, honey, I need you to take a look at the dishwasher. It's broke, it won't work. I looked at her, looked back at the TV. She got 10 feet closer. She says, honey, I need you to look at the dishwasher. It's broken, it won't work. I looked at her, looked back at the TV. Finally she said, apparently he can't hear her. She got within 10 feet of me. She says, honey, I need you to look at the dishwasher. It's broken, it won't work. I looked at her and said, baby, I looked at you 3 times. There ain't nothing wrong with you. You're just lazy. Easy, ladies. Next thing I know, the room's dark. My forehead is throbbing, right? I go in the bathroom and it says Wagner across my fucking head. I go back to the scene of the crime, there's a Wagner iron skillet laying on the fucking floor. Good news is, the filter was clogged. That's all wrong. Just the filter. And my wife helped me write that joke, by the way, so, ladies. Can we get back to having social graces in this country? You know what I mean? If you're going to go into a crowd of people, don't you think you ought to fucking bathe? Use some soap? You know what I'm talking about, sir? Don't you agree? Yeah. Well, let me tell you what happened. My dad and I would love to go to auctions. I love auctions. I like to be in the environment. I'm an auctioneer myself. You know, hey, what do you want to get for now? Here's $15, $25. Love it. Love auctions. So we get to this auction, big old giant crowd of people, right? These 2 guys were standing behind the auctioneer. And why do you go to an auction and have a conversation behind the auctioneer? He's got a microphone. Everybody can hear what you're talking about, right? We're standing here and all of a sudden, this guy says, man, I got a burning itch. His friend says, hell, use Vagisil. What? Well, these 2 guys talking about Vagisil. I'm walking over here. You weirdos, right? This little lady comes, she stands right in front of us, about this high. I didn't mind that, I was taller, whatever, I stand behind her. Pin down. The wind is coming straight this way. And it was in July. Right? Yeah. I start smelling something like foul. Smell like ass, cat piss, and roach spray. I just kind of walk over. But here she comes again. I'm thinking, no fucking way. What the hell? Walk back over here. Here she comes again. I'm thinking, I think this is personal, right? Finally, I told my dad, I said, I'm going to tell her she stinks and get out of here. And I said, no, don't do that. That's rude. That's rude. You think that'd be rude to me telling her that? No, I'll tell you what's rude. I'll tell you what's rude. Her ass came to an auction with her new perfume on called Eau de Roche. That's what's rude. It smelled like Eau de Roche. Take a fucking bath. pretty fucking consistent, I think, pound a year. Right? Well, anyway, I lost 51 pounds, and I go to the VA and get health care. Well, that's a fucking mystery, okay? That's a mystery. But I went and got checked out, and they said, well, we need you to lose weight. I said, I'm happy. I'm happy with myself. Stop body shaming. They said, no, you need to lose weight. I said, why do I need to lose weight? If I get kidnapped, they can't drag me very far. You know, not many people drag a 300-pound man very far. You can't do it. They said, well, you can get off your diabetes. I said, now wait a minute. You people gave me diabetes. That's right, I didn't stutter. They gave me diabetes, the VA did. They put me on this statin because I'm part Native American, and I got high cholesterol. They put me on Lipitor. It makes some people type 2 diabetic. That's what it means, right? So they said, you can get off diabetes. I said, I'm not an Indian giver. You see what I did there? I'm not an Indian giver. I'm not giving it back. But I decided I would. So they sent me to this fat doctor. I'm up there. My wife and I are talking. Had pictures of fat all over the walls. Fat in jars. That's disgusting, by the way. Stop putting fat in jars, right? Yeah. Door swings open. In walks this guy with a big red shirt. His belly comes in first, then he does. He's 5'8". He's 325 pounds.